Hello and welcome to 84 TV Radio News Update, coming to you live from Abuja, Nigeria's capital. I am Adirayo Senami. The United States government has agreed to halt its plan to deport international college students who only use online courses to study. The policy change would have prohibited international students from remaining in the U.S. if they're only taking online classes amid the coronavirus pandemic. U.S. District Court Judge Alison D. Burroughs announced the government's reversal during a teleconference hearing. A government attorney did not cite any reasons for the government's reversal. Earlier this month, the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement rule spurred a considerable number of lawsuits and condemnation from some states and about 200 universities, backed by Harvard and MIT, as well as politicians, labor unions, and tech sector giants. And in Nigeria, 12 directors of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, have been suspended. Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, in a letter to the acting chairman of the commission, Muhammad Umar, notified him of the suspension of the directors who've been linked with the ongoing investigation of the suspended acting chairman of the anti-graft agency, Ibrahim Magu. Last week, Magu was arrested and arraigned before a presidential panel led by Justice Ayo Salami to probe the operations of the agency in the last 5 years. Meanwhile, the Nigerian Air Force has announced the death of flying officer Tolulope Arotile, who died as a result of head injuries sustained from a road accident at the Nigerian Air Force Base, Kaduna. Air Commodore Ibikunle Daramola, Nigerian Air Force Director of Public Relations and Information, made this known in a statement on Tuesday in Abuja. The 25-year-old was the first female combat helicopter pilot in Nigerian Air Force. She was commissioned in September 2017 as a member of the Nigerian Defense Academy Regular Course 64, where she contributed significantly to the efforts to rid the north-central states of bandits and other criminal elements by flying several combat missions under Operation Gamma Aiki in Minna, Niger State. The entire board, management and staff of 84 TV Radio sympathizes with her family and pray that the Almighty God grant them the fortitude to bear the loss. We'll take a break now. When we return, Millionaire Tech CEO found dismembered. Stay with us, details coming shortly.
84 TV Radio, we focus on education with emphasis on research and innovation, science and technology, women and girl-child education, children, health, youth and sports, socio-political and economic reforms, security, environment, entrepreneurship, and entertainment. We'll give you information at your fingertips. Learn on the go. Follow 84 TV Radio on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, and YouTube. 84 TV Radio, reliable and credible.
We love you, 84 TV Radio.
Welcome back. You're watching 84 TV Radio News Update. The body of the Chief Executive Officer of Gokada, Fahim Saleh, was on Tuesday found dismembered by the New York City Police Department. The police made the discovery in an apartment on the Lower East Side at about 3:30 p.m. GMT after one of his siblings called 911 saying he'd not been seen all day. The Bangladeshi American founded and invested in several transportation-related startups, one of which was Gokada, a motorcycle hailing company in Lagos, Nigeria. The company faced setbacks and mass layoffs after the Lagos state government banned the operation of motorcycle taxis in January 2020. Coronavirus is changing the world in unprecedented ways. Both lives and livelihoods are at risk from this pandemic. There has been a significant increase in demand for food on the one hand, and the possibility of fluctuating eating patterns brought on by the likelihood of lesser demand for certain kinds of food. Our correspondent visited the popular Kado fish market in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, to hear how this directly affects both food suppliers and consumers.
The sales of fish has actually increased in the sense that the number of days we run our market now, from the normal days of the whole 7 days to 3 days in a week, that has made it more rush in the time for people to come and buy.
Why the fish is very expensive, they're always bringing it from Ibadan. You understand? Then, like a farmer now, they always complain about the feed, the way they are buying it.
In this area, our patron is very poor. because people are crying there's no money. And we market sellers now, everything is going up every day. So the things are very difficult for us to meet up.
Actually, the fish is quite more expensive than meat. So generally, maybe economically, you will have preferred meat. Okay, but I'm not buying the meat for myself because I'm trying to cut down on meat intake. So I'm buying it for the other people in the house.
And in sports, Stephanie Travers has made history as the first black woman to mount the podium at the Styrian Formula One Grand Prix after being selected by the engineering team to receive a trophy on their behalf after Lewis Hamilton won the Austria F1. The chemical engineering graduate beat 7,000 fellow applicants in 2018 to become a trackside fluid engineer for Petronas, the main sponsor of the Silver Arrows. She's a trackside engineer for the Mercedes Formula One Championship winners Lewis Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas. And that's it on 84 TV Radio News Update, coming to you live from Abuja, Nigeria's capital. You can join the conversation on our website at www.84tvradio.com. Please follow us on our social media platforms at 84TV Radio on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn and Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at 84TV Radio. Many thanks for watching. I am Adirayo Senami. Welcome back. You're watching 84 TV Radio News Update.